Hello again. This is Mr. Clark, and we're going to do the week 34 day two video. We're doing proportions again, just like day one, and it's set up the same way, except we have something different here. We have k plus 6 here, we have a minus 3 here. So I'm going to do the first two. Now you have 6 total to do for your assignment. So let's do number one. First thing we're doing, the same as before, cross multiply. 9 times 6 equals 8 times k plus 6. So 9 times 6 is going to give you 54. And 8 times k plus 6, well, we have to write that one out. So 8 times k plus 6. All right, because you had to multiply all of this by 8, right? So when you solve this, let me make this a little larger. There we go. Okay, so this 8 has to multiply by k and 6, both of them. All right, so I'm going to keep solving here. 8 times k, that's just 8k. And now here's where people make a mistake. They'll think that's it, right? Oh, I finished that step, but you didn't, because you have to do 8 times k and 8 times 6. And 8 times 6 is 48. All right, so there's that. Okay, so now we're going to get rid of this 48. We have plus 48. What's the opposite of plus 48? Minus 48. We'll do that on both sides of the equation. 48. All right, now we have, this was 54. 54 minus 48, that's going to give you 6, I believe. 6. Now here, 48 minus 48, that's going to be 0. So that goes away. We just have that 8k there. 8k. Okay, here we go. Almost done now. Now this is just the same as you did on the day one assignment. You have 8 times k. You have to get rid of the 8. The opposite of times is divide. You divide both sides by 8. So we have on this side 6 divided by 8. Make sure you get the order right, not 8 divided by 6, right? You're dividing by 8 because that's what you want to get rid of. So I'm going to put it on the old calculator here. 6 divided by 8 is 0.75. Now, I'd like you to round to the nearest tenth, unless, in this case, like when you put that in there, you get an exact answer. So you don't want to round that, because that's the exact answer. All right. So that's going to equal k. There we go. So there's that one. Right. And I need to see these steps here. I need to see what you did. You don't necessarily have to put this in. And it's hard to put the divide part in here on Google Docs, as I showed you on day one. But I need to see your work. I definitely need to see this step and this step and this step. Okay. So number 2, we're going to do the same thing again. Cross multiply. This time you have the distributive property first. 2 times a minus 3, so that's 2 times a minus 3 equals 10 times 4, which is 40. And we're going to do the distributive property. 2 times a is 2a. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, or minus 6, right? So that minus stays in there. Let me check again. 2 times a is 2a. 2 times 3 is 6, and you get the minus in there. All right. Let me spread this out. Right, there we go. Okay, so we have a minus 6 there. You know the opposite of minus 6 is plus 6, so we're going to add 6 on both sides. That's weird. 6. And then plus 6. All right, so then we're going to keep solving. Whoa, don't do that. Here. Okay, so now we had negative 6 plus 6. That became 0, so that goes away. All right. 6 is gone. 40 plus 6, you know that's 46. All right, and then, this one, now I could do this one in my head, because you have to divide by 2 on both sides, right? This is 2 times a, the opposite of times, divide. You're going to divide by 2. So when you divide by 2, on the left side, whoa, how'd that happen? Okay, I don't want to do that. Let's try to do this. There we go. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times a is just a, so that the 2's go away. This is 2 over 2. Goes away. 46 divided by 2. Well, I could just know. I know 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, right? So 46 divided by 2 is 23. And that's what we got. Now, this one, I like when we have a whole number here. It's kind of easy to check. If I put in my calculator 2 divided by 10 up here, right? 2 divided by 10 is 0.2, right? Put that in the calculator right there. Now, I got the A is 23, right? 23 minus 3 is 20, right? So the bottom here will be 20. So I can just do 4 divided by 20. 4 divided by 20. Look, I know I got it right because they're both equal. They're equal. They're both 0.2. I mean, you don't have to check them, but when you get a whole number, it's easy. If you get a long decimal, it's a little tricky. You could have checked this one too because you got an ending. The decimal ended. All right, that's it. So let me know what questions you have. Good luck.